Hi, Deacon John Wilson here, Education Enrichment Director of West Angeles Church, here for my college-bound 12th grade high school parents for the class of 2026, fall 2026, admission to college. We're in the middle of the admission season, and I see some things that I haven't seen before in our youth that I'm frankly very concerned about. Um, there are two mental health pressures that I'm seeing in youth that I've always seen it, but not nearly as much as now. There's a lot of mental health stress on our youth. Um, I may break it down a bit further than two things, actually, but let me just go right to what I'm thinking about the most. I'm seeing these things over and over when I speak out in the community, when I take questions and answers, when I speak to people on social media, and most importantly, when I talk to my students here in the West Angeles Education Enrichment Program here in Los Angeles. Um, there's a lot of mental pressure. Number one, I see this again every year, but I'm seeing it more that students are uncertain to how to respond to your implied or stated pressure on them to get a whole lot of things done during college admission. And your relatives are pressuring them too. And they're telling me they're feeling the stress. They are so stressed out. And I'm very hesitant to get involved in that, but I feel that I'm going to have to get involved in it because I lived through the pandemic, like most of you, and I saw the effect on kids. And unfortunately, connected with or around our program, there were 5 to 6 suicides of college students, maybe 8, I'm not sure. And 2 where the person mentioned me in their notes. They felt they were letting me down. It was a very tough time for me psychologically. And I don't want to put too much on the current situation and say it's exactly like it because it's not. The sense of despair and loss of hope that kids felt during the pandemic caused me to get more training in how to recognize mental health conditions or mental health situations or potential medical health emergencies, mental health. And this pressure they're feeling from you to get things done. And then I look and there's unbelievably long college lists. It seems like there's no end in sight to some of these kids. Now, I'm not talking about the kid that has a short list and just lazy. Parents, I'm not talking about that. I see that too. I could help with that. But when they're telling me how stressed they are, and you got to see the signs, parents, sudden changes in behavior and isolation, and which directly leads into number two. I have some youth that I think everything's cool with, and they hear from their friends in school, and they're comparing where they are to their friends in school in the process, and they're different, and they feel they're falling behind, and it's stressful on them mentally because they got to deal with social media. I'm telling you, this right here is causing all kinds of issues, whoops, in our kids' lives. You say, well, you use it, Deacon, we using it. Remember, these are teenagers and their frontal lobes, where the judgment resides, do not fully develop till they're 25. I know you know that because there was stuff I did. No, I'm going to say me. The stuff I did when I was a teenager, I look back and I shake my head. Even when I was in my 20s, early 20s, dumb stuff I was doing. So these kids are seeing on social media that they're different than other kids. They feel weird. Kids bragging and saying how they getting into schools early and lying to actually, a lot of them are lying because of pressure from their parents. What can a parent do? Keep your student focused on their unique objectives. Talk to experts like me. If I've already talked about it, I try to answer all questions. I never leave out things to be answered. But this is a very difficult mental health period for your student. Then third, I should say it's difficult on you. I mean, you turn on the media, you hear about what Trump's doing, you think it's going to affect how much money you're going to get. You're hearing from your relatives, you should look at this school or that school. Parents don't know how you're doing it. You're busy. You make commitments on the college thing. You can't keep it up because you're so busy. Again, these things always existed. But with the mental health problems our youth are having, I wonder if they're being forgotten in all this. There's a lot of pressure on kids. Tell you what you do this weekend, parents. Take your child out somewhere where they like to go eat and just listen to them. Don't correct them. Listen, ask them questions. Ask them open-ended questions, not ones you get yes or no. Talk to them. It's very important. I am super concerned about this. It's been bothering me for a while. I wanted to make my last videos on it. Sorry about that. My cat keeps coming in front of the computer, the camera. I was going to talk about this last night, but I said, let me wait, get my head cleared, and so I can say it right. Parents, please unbusy yourself this weekend and spend some time, quality, not going to do things that you got them in some organization in the city, or they're in something you're going to see them, or you're pressing them about a competition or something like that. Get some quiet time in the middle of the week. Maybe you need to wait till Monday. And sit down and talk to your youth. Once you've done that, I'm here to help you. I love the conference. I have 2 conferences tonight that just came up at the church. I love reducing the stress this time of year and making things simple for you and walling off your child from social media and their friends. This is what I do. Now, long term, I've got to work out this social media thing starting in 8th and 9th grade, get kids off of that. But that's not going to help you today. As a 12th grade parent, they're already into social media. Taking their phone isn't going to help because they're going to make things very difficult till they get it back. And it doesn't solve the problem anyway. Help them cope with their lives the way they are. Now, this is a very difficult video for me to do. It's very difficult. I probably wouldn't have done it 3 or 4 years ago. But a lot of things I've learned, I have to do it. So much pressure. What's in my mind, another pressure is you've put on yourself, parents. You've gone ahead and allowed schools to be on that list that they really, really want, and you cannot afford it, and you're going to have to go into a lot of debt for it. I'm seeing that a lot more this year. The scary thing about that is the laws have changed, and there's a cap of $200,000 on parent loans. And I'm super concerned about what you're going to do. If you get a school that they get into, and these schools, I bet you, are going to let a lot more kids in than they usually would because college enrollment is down. If they get in their dream school, what are you going to do, parents, if it's $40,000 a year? $45,000 a year, $50,000 a year, $70,000 a year. And they're on the list. And kids are excited about those schools. I'm seeing a lot of out-of-state public universities that I know are going to be super expensive. 50 and 60,000, 47,000, 44,000. Because you could have a good student, but they don't get any merit awards to those schools because there's rules in those states about awarding students out of state. We do it here in California. It's $77,000 to go to Cal Berkeley right now. I think 76 for UCLA if you're out of state, not if you're in state. These things all add to the stress this time of year. Have that meeting with your youth. Talk to them. And then I'm open to meeting with any of you. It's probably the wrong time to say it, but this kind of video was useful to you. Please click like and subscribe so we can get more parents hearing this. We are growing. I'm getting comments from across the country because of you becoming a subscriber and liking these videos. Leave me a comment because this kind of video I don't normally do. And I would love to hear your thoughts on what I did here. Just jot me a quick note. It only take you 30 seconds. Let me know you saw it. Review this video if you want. Even if you think you disagree with me, it's fine. God bless you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye now.